Did you just break up with a woman you love, but you still can't stop thinking about her? Do you want to know how to get through a breakup? If you're feeling absolutely terrible right now, then here's something you need to know. It's normal to feel that way. After all, breakups make you feel less of a man, like you're a failure, so it's normal to feel terrible right now. But here's what's not normal. What's not normal is to stay that way and expect to get through the breakup in a good way. Because here's the deal. If you feel bad, you will not get over the breakup. And that's because getting through a breakup involves replacing your old relationship with a new one. And when you're mired in bad thoughts and feelings, then you're not in any position to start a new relationship. But here's the good news. While you might be feeling 1,000 different bad emotions at the moment, you really only need to get rid of one bad feeling, and all the other negative emotions get flushed down the toilet. And that means if you want to get through a breakup, the solution is simple. Just get rid of this one bad feeling, and soon you'll be in a position to either start a new relationship with a new woman, or even get your ex back, if that's what you decide to do. If you're excited to learn what this one bad feeling is, then please do me a quick favor and like this video. Just take a second to scroll down and give me a like. Go ahead because I'll wait. Done? Good. So what's the one bad feeling that's keeping you from getting over your breakup? Here's the answer. It's neediness. Neediness is when you need your ex to validate you as a man, or when you need another woman's love to help you get through your breakup, or when you need women to like you before you can feel good about yourself. Now, in case you don't know it already, let me break it to you. Neediness is a poison. Women hate needy men. Why? Because neediness is a sign of weakness, and no healthy woman can respect a weak man. And if a woman can't respect you, she can't love you. End of story. So that means one thing. The key to getting through a breakup, whether you plan to get your ex back or find someone new, is to get rid of neediness. Or, more specifically, to make women think and feel you have absolutely zero neediness in you. Let me explain. The opposite of neediness is what we call happy indifference. When you're happily indifferent, instead of needing women to like you, you don't really care. If a woman likes you, then awesome. If she doesn't like you, that's fine. Because whether or not she likes you, you're going to be meeting other women anyway, and some of these women will absolutely love you. That's happy indifference. It's having zero neediness when it comes to women. When you're happily indifferent, a girlfriend is nice to have, but it's not necessary because you can very well take care of yourself. And guess what? Women love men who are happily indifferent, because happy indifference is a sign of strength and dominance, two rare male traits that women swoon over. Now here's the thing. Becoming happily indifferent can take time, especially if you spent most of your life as a needy guy. It might take you a few months of practice. But does that mean you'll only get through your breakup after a few months? Thankfully, the answer is no. If you can make women feel like you're the most non-needy guy in the world, even if you're not quite non-needy just yet, then they'll feel madly attracted to you just the same. And I'm about to show you a technique that will let you do just that. This technique I'm about to teach you was first taught to me by my friend and mentor, a man named Derek Rake. If Derek's name sounds familiar, here's why. He's the only dating coach in the world who teaches his students to use the science of mind control. Not pickup tricks, not feel-good advice, but mind control. Now, this isn't the kind of hokey mind control you see in the movies. Instead, this is the kind of mind control that triggers the right thoughts and emotions in women. Thoughts and emotions that influence their decisions and actions. And this is important because when it comes to dating and relationships, it's not what you say and do with women that makes them like you. Instead, it's how you make them feel. That's what they'll remember. And mind control makes them feel all the right emotions, which in turn makes them fall madly in love with you. Now here's the good part. I'm about to show you a neediness-busting mind control technique that can even get your ex back. It's called the relationship rewind technique. But before I show you how it works, do take a moment to click the subscribe button below. If you like what you've learned so far, and if you're excited to learn about the relationship rewind technique, then subscribe to my channel now. Click the subscribe button and I'll share with you the relationship rewind technique. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll wait. Have you subscribed? If you have, then great. Now, here's how the relationship rewind technique works. The first step of the relationship rewind technique is this. Tell her the breakup was a fantastic idea. I'm not kidding. You're not roasting her, and you're not being whiny and sarcastic. Instead, you tell her honestly, the next time you meet, you won't believe this, but I think the breakup was the best thing to ever happen to me. Now, if she asks you to elaborate, tell her something like, oh, I don't know, I've been meeting new friends, doing fun things, going out with new girls, I'm having the time of my life. I never expected to, but here I am. This will shock her, and turn whatever disgust she might have felt for you into curiosity. That's the first step. Here's the second step. Friend zone her. By this time, you should be meeting and talking to her like a friend. When you meet, it's always fun, with no heavy talk about your past relationship. But eventually, she'll miss you so much that she'll bring up your relationship herself, and start hinting about getting back together. When she does that, then immediately put her in the friend zone. Tell her, look, I know we had some good times in the past, but I don't want to live in the past anymore. We can be friends, but no more. I got a new life, new friends, and new relationships, and I like it this way. In other words, you put the final nail in the coffin of your old relationship with her. If she gets mad or upset, or if she begs you to reconsider, don't give in. At least, not until you do the third step of the relationship rewind technique. The third step is this. Rekindle the relationship. After about a week or so after you friend-zoned her, meet her again as a friend. This time, you take her on a fun date doing something you enjoyed immensely when you were still a couple. Inevitably, she'll bring up the topic of your past relationship or getting back together again. This time, you tell her, you know what? I'm open to giving our relationship another chance, but this time, we gotta do things differently. And this is where you lay out your new conditions for your new relationship. You might tell her that she should follow your leadership from now on, and if she doesn't like your rules, she can leave. You might also tell her that you're not going to tolerate any disrespect from her this time around, or you're gone. Whatever the new rules you might want for your new relationship, lay them out here. If she misses you enough, and she will, if you follow the process step by step, then she'll gladly say yes to your new terms. Congratulations! That's how to get through a breakup, by making your ex want you back. Now, of course, you don't need to get your ex back to get over a breakup. Like I said earlier, you could get through a breakup by simply starting a new relationship with a new woman. But even that is impossible if you're needy. Or more specifically, if women detect your neediness. That's why it's important to do two things. 1. You need to get rid of your neediness little by little and replace it with happy indifference. And 2. You need to use mind control to make women feel the right emotions for love and romance. The relationship rewind is a powerful mind control technique. But it's not the most powerful mind control technique out there. In fact, it's only a variation of the most powerful mind control technique known to man. That mind control technique is called fractionation. Long story short, fractionation is all about making women feel emotionally addicted to you for life. And that's a critical thing to do, because unless you can make a woman feel addicted to you, then she'll leave you eventually, guaranteed. And that includes your ex. Even if you use the relationship rewind technique to win her back, if you can't get her addicted to you, then she'll just leave you again, this time for good. So long story short, you'll need fractionation. And guess what? Here's what I'll do for you. In just a few moments, a link will come up inside this video. Click on that link, and it'll take you to an exclusive online masterclass on mind control, which will teach you everything you need to know about fractionation. And your host for this online masterclass is none other than the master of mind control himself, Derek Rake. If you want to get through your breakup, and if you want a happy, successful love life in general, then you can't hope for a better mentor than Derek. Believe me, because I know. So go ahead, click on the link and join Derek's masterclass now. Do it.